What is up, gangsters? How's it going? All zero of you? I figured since Captain Marvel is coming out today, we might as well talk about it. So again, all zero of you, I'm actually fairly excited about this film. I think it's gonna be pretty good. What's up? What's up, Mythic Bricks? Dude, you're coming to the meetup? Nice. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's gonna be sweet. So, yeah, man. Um, Sweet. So, but about Captain Marvel. I hope you guys are all, or just you, Mythic. You're the only one watching. Are you excited for Captain Marvel? Let me know. Let me know. Of course, I know you're excited about watching Vader again. What's up, Juan? How's it going? Long time no hablar. Star Wars gaming, what it is, what it is. You guys excited for Captain Marvel? I'm gonna go see it like in a few hours. You don't love superheroes? More excited for Vader too? All right, fair enough. I'll take it. I will take it. I'm excited for Vader too. Also, we got some cool stuff cooking behind the scenes with that. I really can't talk about it, but some good stuff. So that and a few other projects are going pretty good. Um, I'm seeing Captain tomorrow after school. It's a Star Wars game. Cool, man. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know, I'm not a huge believer in the hype, either negatively or positively. I just think I hope it'll be good. So, Jedi Master says ready for episode 9. Dude, I am ready for episode 9. I have my hopes for JJ are like sky high on this one, so I hope JJ doesn't let us down. Um, he's I think it's in good hands. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think episode 9 is gonna be good? So, anybody else going to see Captain Marvel tonight? Am I the only one? Opening night, guys. That's the only way to do it. Oh, my hair's a little sticking out. All right, so Juan says, "Don't know with all the political stuff around the movie. I'm not as excited as I used to, but maybe I'll watch it." Yeah, I've kind of, I being in the heart of Hollywood, all I hear about this politics for any movie a lot, and I try very hard to ignore it because I don't really care. Um, and so I'm hoping it'll just be a good movie. I think Brie Larson's a good actress. So um, I look. Kevin Feige, who's the producer of the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, is legit. I mean, he is the architect of it all, and I think he's more interested in making good films than sending, political statements. If he wants to send a political statement, he'll use, you know, Western Union. It's an old saying in the film industry. If you want to send a message in a film, use Western Union. Don't do it in your film. All right. Star Wars Gaming says, can you find a way to get Ahsoka or Kenobi in episode 3 or 4 of Vader? That's a great question. Star Wars Theory and I have been talking. We've spoken in depth a lot on whether or not to have Ahsoka or Vader or Obi-Wan and Vader. And we're trying to do something that is in accordance with canon, and it really wouldn't make sense. However, we do have some things up our sleeves with those characters. I don't know. That's a hard one to ask. We're still talking about it, so maybe I should just shut up and not say anything more. There's 10 of you watching, only 2 likes. Man, I'm not feeling the love. This is like the first live stream in 12 years. Okay. Ahsoka was an Indian king. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Totally where they got the name. There's a book called shoot. It's a Clive Cussler book, and it's all about Ahsoka. It's pretty cool. Let's see here. Juan says, I have faith in JJ. It would be cool to see yeah, it would be sweet to see live action Ahsoka. Who knows? Maybe we'll see it in 9, or maybe the Game of Thrones guys, their trilogy will deal with, Ahsoka and Sabine going to find Ezra. I don't know. You never know. Although I hope somebody's trilogy is Old Republic. Come on. I need some Old Republic stuff. Yeah, Mythic Bricks. I love Clive Cussler. I've read my favorite ones are the Organ Files and the Numa Files and the Sam and Reggie Fargo books, the Fargo Adventures. I love those. Okay, what is Star Wars Theory's real name? I can't understand it in the video. I took the premiere from him. I think I did say his name at the premiere, although I don't think he wants people to know it. I think that was a slip up on my part. So, sorry, I can't say it. Yeah, the Ahsoka book by E.K. Johnson was pretty good. Is she the one who wrote? Is E.K. Johnson the one who's writing who wrote the Queen's book, or the Padme book, the new one that just came out? Um, she is, isn't she? But I'm looking forward to that book. All right, Billy Bean. What it is, Billy? What's your favorite movie? Which Star Wars movie is your favorite? Okay, so as a filmmaker, I think Empire Strikes Back is the best made of all 9, 10 films, however many there are now. But Episode 3 is my favorite, man. I can put that thing on repeat and loop, just sit there and watch it. I love that movie. Time to go through all the footage. I have no idea which which showing I said his name at the premiere. Yeah, Billy, Episode 3 is your favorite too? Cool, man. Cool. So, Rob Ken, if you were to write and direct a Star Wars trilogy, what era would it be? I'm really intrigued. So, this is not an era, but I'm really intrigued by the unknown regions, and kind of what can exist out there. I think Snoke, is definitely attached to the unknown regions in some way. I think it's possible Plagueis came from the unknown regions. I know that's not what legend says, but they haven't come up with his canon background. So, but also just the old Republic. I mean, when you got Sith, armies of Sith, armies of Jedi, I think that'd be pretty sweet. All right, Episode 5 is superior visual effects to Episode 6. You think so? Yeah, I can see that. Although the space battle in Episode 6 is pretty good. My light's freaking out up there. Who is your favorite sequel trilogy character? Oh, that's a good question. I don't mind Finn. I'm not enamored with any of them, like individually. There are moments where I like Rey. There are moments where I like, there are moments where I like all of them, and moments where I dislike all of them. So it's kind of hard for me to say. Maybe Rose Tico all the way, maybe. Just kidding. Although I'm pretty sure Jar Jar is in there somewhere, so maybe Jar Jar in the background, maybe. All right. Scottyverse got 4 live streams going. Who are the other live streams? Who else can possibly be competing for your attention over me? Yeah, so Star Wars Theory or Star Wars Gaming says Unknown Regions, aka Snoke, Thrawn, and Ezra. Yeah. Yep. I really like Thrawn. I've liked Thrawn since the original Timothy Zahn trilogy. I think he's a fascinating character. Man, this is definitely a Star Wars talk. For those of you joining us, I'm going to go see Captain Marvel here in a few hours, and I just want to know who else wants to see Captain Marvel. Who else is going to see it tonight? What are you guys expecting? I want to know. Are you guys expecting it to be good? Or somebody mentioned the political aspects. Are you expecting it to be too heavy on perhaps political aspects? I personally don't think it will be. I think it'll be just like an Iron Man movie would be, or a Hulk movie, whatever it might be. I think Kevin Feige is very good at just making good films. So I'm not really necessarily in that camp, but I think it'll be good. Look, Brie Larson's a great actress. Gold tacos. Yeah, you better believe it. Yes, so Billy Bean asked, will you give us a review? Yeah, I'll do a review tomorrow. I might even do a live stream on like Saturday too, and talk because I know a lot of you guys will have seen it by then. We can chat about it. One thing I was thinking about is, if you guys make reviews, then I can like make a compilation video of reviews and post on the channel, so that you guys, my channel's not huge, but it'd be kind of fun to get more, get your guys' reviews seen and see, who agrees with what. Just kind of do a whole compilation video of reviews. It kind of be fun, and I can just string together, or pick out the highlights of 10 to 20 reviews and just make a whole video of Captain Marvel reviews from you guys. You're getting lag? All right, let me open my door. Um, let's see here. I love a movie about young Palpatine. Yeah, that'd be fun. All right, so D. Pensack asks, would having a script supervisor on crew of shards make things easier for you as a director? A script supervisor always goes a long way in making things easier, to be honest. Um, and but yeah, we did not have one, mostly just for budgetary reasons, and because I was going to be the editor. So if you're not the editor is not on sets. It's really important to have the scripts, the notes about each take. They do keep continuity and all that stuff. But we didn't have one. I think on the next one we may have to with all the characters and stuff. Okay. Um, I'm more excited for the post-credit scene than the movie, says Rogue85. Yeah. Is it still lagging, guys? It's still lagging? Ah, sorry. Let's see. Sometimes lagging. Okay. It's better now. Cool. Um, all right. Only a few of you guys. Hey, Timothy, how's it going, man? Only a few guys have said if you're going to see Captain Marvel, and then very few of you have said if you think it's going to be good or not. What are you guys expecting? What are you guys expecting? Hey, Adam. So, future Jedi in training. The next generation. All right, I'm no Marvel fan. I just like watching your live stream. Says that Gold Taco. Well, that Gold Taco, you are awesome. Yes, Chipotle is amazing. I might go there tonight. Are we gonna go to Chipotle tonight, maybe? All right. So that random guy says, yeah. That random guy says it has potential. Yeah, I think it has potential. Juan says that my son is gonna summon a broom. He's the little child at the end of episode 8. Let's see here. All right, Parzival Rat says I want to go see Captain Marvel. Yeah, you want to go see Captain Marvel? Yeah, you do. So Rogue85 says it'll probably be like the first couple MCU movies. Yeah, one of the biggest things that I'm kind of anxious to see, the MCU movies, by and large, are formulaic. Like, there's very few differences. All right, I got close to my router. I'm not a super huge connoisseur of the Marvel comics and the Marvel universe, so I don't know what Carol Danvers' whole story is. But I'm anxious to see if her arc is similar to like, Doctor Strange's or Tony Stark's. If she starts out as, this bad A character who doesn't care about anyone and changes in that regard, because a lot of the Marvel characters kind of have that similar arc, or if she'll be more the Spider-Man arc, where she has to, or the Captain America arc, where it's her innate ability to care for others, if that's what's used for the benefit of others. So I'm curious to know how they're gonna portray it. Let's see here. So Timothy said he saw How to Train Your Dragon 3. How was that? Who saw that one? I love the first two. I was blown away by the first one when I saw it, especially I think John Powell did the music, especially by the music. Okay, Ike Films, what's up, Ike? Ike Films did a lot of our Force Lightning on Shards of the Past. He says, I'm going to watch Captain Marvel tomorrow. Can't wait. I think the movie looks pretty cool from the trailer. The graphics look a little too much like a TV show. What do you think? I don't know. It's hard to base graphics from a trailer, especially because you never know which graphics are complete or not. I mean, as you well know, in our trailers, the little short teasers that we did for Shards of the Past, the graphics sometimes weren't finished yet. So it's hard to do. Okay. But we'll see. I mean, traditionally, the Marvel effects have been pretty good. So, okay, so Nar Audio Juan, who was the head of our sound team, I'm getting the feeling that this will be the solo of the MCU. You know, that's possible too. You know, it may. It's surprising because every single time at MCU, you know, like especially with Captain Marvel, or excuse me, Doctor Strange and Ant-Man, I've thought this is the end of the MCU. There's no way that this movie is going to be successful, and then they blow up. You know, it's ridiculous. So the idea of MCU fatigue is interesting to me because it doesn't seem to be any, which is why I'm not sure that Star Wars fatigue is a thing. You know, if you keep making good Star Wars films, people will see them. So I don't think there's anything, you know, Marvel films, people keep seeing them because they're good. We're happy to accept 2 Marvel films. Okay, let's see here. So that Gold Taco says, I saw this one movie so many times. I don't know if you heard about it. It's called Shards of the Past. I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. I heard, all I know is that some dude named Star Wars Theory made it. All right. So Billy Bean asks, okay, here's a big question. If you could be any Star Wars character, which would it be? Revan is pretty sweet. I love Revan's story. I'm reading the Revan Old Republic book right now. Anakin, definitely. Love Anakin. Han Solo is pretty sweet. Talon Card. Dash Rendar has moments. So, all fun characters, I think. Okay, Billy Bean says, again, I think Captain Marvel will be great for more female lead movies. I think we'll definitely get more. And I think it's a natural step. You know, we're going to get a Black Widow movie. So, I'm surprised that they did a Captain Marvel before a Black Widow, but I think partly the reason they did that is because Kevin Feige knew that it was probably to their benefit to introduce a character that nobody knew about, that had not been introduced yet. And so, instead of doing a Natasha Romanoff Black Widow spinoff first, he's like, you know what, let's go someone unknown first. And I think that's going to end up being a good move for them. And traditionally, they've done a standalone film to introduce a character and then integrate them into the Avengers. Okay, let's see here. What else we got? Do you want the Black Widow movie to be rated R? No, I don't. No, I think superhero movies should be PG-13. Should be something that's, you know, the majority of the family can enjoy together. Mostly because, you know, that's what I want with my kids. So I don't think I don't.
Hi. Hi.
There he is, the man, the beast, guys. Can you believe it? Luke here is going to launch his own YouTube channel soon. His own YouTube channel. These are not real glasses, so don't be deceived by his trickery and his hocus pocus, mumbo jumbo,
not real glasses.
simple tricks
It's
and
not
nonsense,
blurry.
as Han Solo says. So take a
They're
look.
not blurry.
Take a look out for Luke's
not
YouTube
blurry.
channel when he launches it. I'll let you know. Yeah, they're not blurry. They're not blurry.
Do you want to see? Nope.
Yep.
Not blurry.
Okay, let's see here. Have you read? So Kimo Juntunen, I'm sorry if I didn't say that right. Says I like Captain Marvel. Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I'm gonna see it here in a few hours, so I'm looking forward to it. Let's see here. Will you make a cameo in Vader Episode 2 like Star Wars Theory did in Episode 1? I had a cameo in Episode 1! I was a pair of feet that ran into a shot like in a minute, 10 seconds or something like that. Let's see here. But it's very, you know, it's so hard to act and direct at the same time, so I just don't even really attempt it. All right. Let's see here. Do you think the end credit scene will tie it into Endgame? I would assume so. You know what? To be honest, the biggest thing I hope that they don't do is something with time travel. Time travel is like super cool. I love it. But when it's for something like this, it's so hard because it like kind of negates, it has the potential to negate all the stakes for everything. And so, I don't know. I know there's been a lot of talk about time travel and how Captain Marvel will be involved in that and stuff. Say hi. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that time travel is going to be somehow involved in all of this? Yeah, say hi. All right, let's see here. Tukeke says that would be so cool for Luke to have his own channel. Luke likes Chipotle. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? Well, it was important. You know, it was a system that we couldn't afford to lose. All right. Have you read the Mace Windu book called Shatterpoint? I've read most of it. Mostly for research for Vader, the Vader series. So yeah, I think there's a lot of great parts in that. I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised by some of the stuff Mace does. All right, so Tukeke says maybe not time travel, but the time stone will definitely have a big part. Yeah, I think so. Does anyone know the history of the time stone? You know, I know Doctor Strange has it, but does Captain Marvel ever had the time stone? This is my lack of comic book knowledge. Like, I know MCU movies pretty dang well, but I don't know the comic books super well. Time travel. So Rob Kent says time travel will be a big part. So Billy Bean says yes, I think so and hope so. It would be interesting. Rogue 85 says the quantum realm will be a big part of Endgame. Oh, that'd be cool. I've done research for a lot of other sci-fi films that I'm writing, and talked with quantum physicists about, quantum entanglements and a variety of other string theory, a variety of other things. And quantum physics is incredibly insane. I mean, sitting down with these quantum physics professors for hours, mostly at USC, and talking to them, it just blows my mind. So, if they're gonna do the quantum realm, I really hope that there's some cool stuff that goes on there. Okay, do you know that in the comics that there was a secret seventh? I didn't know that there was a secret seventh Infinity Stone. Says Parsifal Wrath. What did that do? What was it? Let's see here. Really not. So Rodkins is really not looking forward to episode 9. All right. Is anyone else not looking forward to episode 9? And what do you guys think the title's going to be? Any thoughts? Any thoughts of what the title's going to be for episode 9? Is it going to be, the last empire, or the end of the forest? I don't know. What do you think? So Darthano says me, not looking forward to it. Kimo Jintenon says, I get what you say about time travel, because that's kind of what happened with X-Men. Yeah, we have the two biggest films of recent history that have really kind of used time travel to kind of reset the whole canon would definitely be X-Men and Star Trek, the first Star Trek. I thought it really worked with the first Star Trek because it allowed JJ to do something totally different in the subsequent films. However, that's the mistake one of the mistakes I felt they made. They reset it all by doing the time travel and the alternate universe thing. And so that gave them the potential to say, okay, we don't have to do anything that Star Trek has established before, since we've kind of gone into an alternate timeline. Yet they do the Wrath of Khan as the second film. And so it's like, you guys set yourself up to not have to, use what already exists.
Dun, 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 dun.
And then they do Wrath of Khan. It's like, you guys could have done something totally different.
It will be silly.
Okay, stop.
Dun, 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 dun,
All right.
dun, 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 dun.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Episode 9 title, The Force Goes Back to Sleep. Rise of the Rebellion, says Nar Audio. Don't know, just want to say something that doesn't give away the end of
I'm
the
gonna put a
quiz.
mask on you that
The
control
not
your
right
mind.
now. Not right now. I remember when J.R.R. Tolkien, I don't remember because I wasn't alive, but when J.R.R. Tolkien was writing The Lord of the Rings, he was all game for the title Fellowship of the Ring because it didn't reveal anything about the story. He was all game for the Two Towers because it didn't reveal anything about the story. But he actually did not like the title The Return of the King because it told exactly what was going to happen, that Aragorn was going to return as king of Gondor. And so, yeah, it'll be interesting to know if if they're going to follow the suit of Revenge of the Jedi or Return of the Jedi, where it blatantly says what happens in the film. It'll be interesting to know if they kind of
There's
follow
Revenge
that.
of the Jedi?
Revenge of the Sith, I'm sorry. It'll be interesting to know if they follow that precedent with the title for episode 9 and it will kind of give away what happens, or if it will be kind of like The Last Jedi or The Force Awakens, that doesn't really tell us what it's about. I think the title will probably not say what it's about because they're all about secrecy. So, let's see here. Gold Taco says, Danny, watch your profanity. What did I say? I don't swear, so what did I say? All right. Let's see here. The Star Wars Gamer says, hello there. Well, General Kenobi. Or would you prefer I say, oh, don't worry. He'll be all right. In the original, hello there.
Hello there.
Rogue 85 says, are you going to Galaxy's Edge? I will in like 3 years when it's not packed anymore.
Hello there.
But yeah, I'll totally go. No, I'll probably go. I'll probably go pretty soon. All right, Eric Blasian says they messed up by lying to the fans about it not being Khan, and that everybody knew it was him. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Everybody knew it was Khan, and JJ even came out and said that was a mistake. That you're trying to make a twist to something that everybody already knows, and so it works against you. Twist only works when the audience isn't in on the twist. So that Gold Taco says that I saw a rumor that episode 9 title would be called Shards of the Past. That'd be very smart of them. Very smart. Episode 9 title might be Ashes of the Empire. Hey, that'd be a cool title. I'm game. I'm game. Although I think it may have been a better episode 7 title, to be honest. Because to me, the whole idea of the Force Awakening didn't really awaken. It's like the Force was still there. I don't know. It would have made enough sense. Like,
let me tell you something about the movie.
What?
So, guys, if it's called The Force Awakens, if it's called Awakes, then no one wakes up from bed. So why is it called that way?
All right. Tragedy of Lord Kylo. Hope you're doing well, Danny. Hey, thanks, man. That Gold Taco says, I said Star Trek. That was the profanity. All right. Episode 9, where's Batman when you need him? That would be hilarious. Or episode 9, the Wrath of... I don't know. The Wrath of Kylo. All right. So that Gold Taco.
The Wrath of Kylo.
1983, Jedi Don't Seek Revenge. 2019, the Jedi Seek Revenge on Darth Vader. And that's what episode 2 is going to be about.
I am Kylo Ren.
So, Parts of Wrath, he mentioned earlier that there was a 7th secret Infinity Stone in the comics. And that the 7th Infinity Stone was the spirit of one of the first entities. Really? Interesting. Any more info on that, of what it did? I'm wondering if they're going to introduce that. You never know. Maybe it's something that doesn't fit in the Thanos gauntlet. Kim Juntanen says on the topic of Tolkien, I'm very excited for the Tolkien movie. Yeah, I think it looks pretty sweet. The World War I trench warfare and stuff. I'm getting behind his character. How many of you guys are excited for the new Lord of the Rings series that Amazon's going to be doing? I think that's going to be... Hey, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be sweet. Let's see here. It's Eric Blasian. Eric Blasian. Sorry, man. Thank you. All right. More like the Force is there. I'm waiting for a Star Wars versus Star Trek movie. Oh, there you go. All right, so Tukeke said, Episode 9, Star Wars. I truly feel the saga ending should be the same as it started. The first movie was just Star Wars at one point. So Last of the Skywalkers should be just Star Wars. Rob Kin says, "Kid's a genius. Send this to JJ." He truly is. He is hilarious. Luke, I wish I could sleep in every day. I'm forced to wake up. Pun intended. Okay, so Sebastian, hey man. This Amazon series, Lord of the Rings, will take place in the Second Age, probably about the story of how Sauron deceived the kingdom of elves, managed wars with the rings of power, like in the prologue of Fellowship. Yeah, that's what I've heard. They actually just released a map today that talks about how, it'll definitely have to do a lot, probably with the kingdom of men, and how they kind of fell apart and stuff. I think it's a golden age to make a series about. I mean, there's so much there. Tolkien, if you can count the best world building of anything that exists, Lord of the Rings may be the best. I mean, even better than Star Wars, because he just thought out everything. He created languages. I mean, most of the languages in Star Wars are actual languages, just obscure languages. But Tolkien actually invented languages, so you can't, go wrong with that. He was a pretty cool cat. Let's see here. Episode 9, please forgive us. Yeah, the Tolkien trailer is great. If you haven't checked out the Tolkien trailer, check it out. It's pretty sweet. 1 second. Just want to see where I was at for battery. Okay. Titanium Ranger, what's up, my fellow spooky nerd herders? What it is, fellow nerd and gangster. La Tostette, what it is, gangster. All right. Yeah, so Jedi Master says, ready for Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah, how many of you guys are ready for that? It's Epic Blasian. Oh, man. I'm a horrible reader, apparently. I'm so sorry. Anyways, can you do a video on screenwriting? I'm waiting for that. Fellow screenwriter director here. Yeah, I've been working on a little bit of a video for screenwriting, for sure. Just general structure. But prompts or ideas of just to get creative juices flowing. For instance, like start with a scene where somebody is telling the biggest lie of their life to get something. Like you think that I don't know. You can think of a variety of scenes that they do that. Anyways, I'm getting way off topic, but I'm gonna do a video about stuff like that. Okay. Star Wars Gamer. This is totally a Captain Marvel live stream. Yeah. I've tried. You guys are just always talking about Star Wars, which is cool. But anyways, for you guys who are new to the stream, who's excited for Captain Marvel? I'm ready for it. So I think Brie Larson's going to do a great job. Yes, she never smiles in the trailers, but I'm pretty sure she's going to smile in the movie. So I don't think we got to worry about that. I think it's funny that that's such a big deal. It's like, really? Come on, guys. But I'm very anxious to see how her character, what her arc is, where she begins and where she ends. Biggest thing I say that makes most sense to me is what is she going to be able to do at the end of the film that she cannot do at the beginning? Typically, if you're always looking for that, once you identify what they can't do at the beginning, then you know exactly what the arc's going to be before it even happens. So it ruins the way you see movies, but it is what it is. Let's see here. Episode 9, Protect Lando. Let's see here. That Old Taco says, I want to make a film for a film festival. I have no inspiration. All right. Tragedy of Lord Kylo. I'm excited, but I feel like it's gotten so much backlash that's going to push this back. I'm excited for Nick Fury. Yeah. I mean, Samuel L. Jackson looks awesome. I'm anxious to see how the CG de-aging process looks. I mean, it didn't look that great in X-Men 3 with Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen. It was clearly, you could tell that there was something funky going on in the epidermis of the faces. So I'm anxious to see how Nick Fury looks. I mean, from what I've seen in the trailers, he looks pretty good. So we'll see. And it's Samuel L. Jackson. Come on. All right, so Kim Jintanen says I'm late because of my internet speed, but actually Tolkien was first created what later became the High Elven language. Kenya first, and then wanted to create a history and people for it. Yeah, yeah. Like he was a big linguist, if I recall. Um, but it's amazing just the world building he did and how much backstory he did that never even came into the films, just so that would inform him as a writer and writing the stories. And honestly, say hi. Honestly, any director, or any director or writer should. It's my wife's weight set there. Did you fall? Ah. Any director or writer should know the backstories of their characters pretty intimately, because that helps you know why characters make the decisions they make. So Star Wars Gamer says it looked good in Rogue One. I assume you're talking about CG faces. Yeah, it did look good in Rogue One. What's the movie that just came out and I just did a review on it? Alita. She looked fantastic. I mean, you could see the pores on her face in the close-ups. Really looked great. Sebastian says...
Who is this bowl of kicks?
Are you looking forward to Villeneuve's Dune movie? I have not read the books, but I hear it's basically the sci-fi equivalent of the Lord of the Rings books in terms of scope and world building. I have not read the books either. You have the original Dune movie that was a, kind of a disappointment, kind of across the board. I think it was just a little bit too, it just wasn't right for the time, a little too ahead of its time. Denis Villeneuve, and I don't know if I'm saying his name right, to me, he's the filmmaker that I'm probably most amazed by. Oh, my hair's going crazy. That I'm most amazed by, yet he's not my style at all. Like, you look at Arrival or Sicario, they are films where very little happens, especially Arrival. Yet he's a master of tension and underscoring and subtext. So I think if there's anyone to do a sci-fi film like Dune, it probably is him. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope it's good. I hope it meets expectations. Okay. Let's see.
Do you want to see my own wallet?
Yeah, Luke has his own wallet. It was my wallet when I was a kid. You got it for Christmas, I think, right? Christmas?
Birthday.
Your birthday? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So JK Ultra. Hey man, JK Ultra, what is up? I don't think I'm gonna watch Captain Marvel. He says I'm not hyped for it at all, but I am hyped for the original Captain Marvel, Shazam. From what I understand, there's a lot of hype for Shazam. I think it's a great title. I'm happy that they were able to make that distinction by giving the movie the title Shazam. Okay, so JK Ultra is not hyped. Anybody else not hyped for Captain Marvel? Or is anybody else hyped? So Gold Taco says, so Epic Blation says, I got it right that time, right? Godzilla King of Monsters is looking good. Yeah, the trailers are a little vague for me. I'm hoping that it's not overly CGI. I'm hoping that there is a little bit more of the story than with Godzilla. Gareth Edwards' Godzilla. Visually, it was fantastic. It was amazing. I mean, the shot of the Halo jumpers going down with the red smoke. I mean, is one of the coolest shots that I've ever seen. So I'm hoping there's going to be a little bit more story in Godzilla King of Monsters and isn't more of this kind of a Pacific Rim type story where it's just fighting, or Transformers where it's just based on fighting. Let's see here. So I don't know how to say that your name. Ajna Suarez says Alita is greater than all. Alita was pretty sweet. If you haven't checked out my review of Alita, definitely check it out. I talk about her CGI face, her body, as well. Check it out. I thought it was a sweet movie. Star Wars Gamer says, gotta go bye. Adios. That Cool Taco asks, the most CGI used in Stars of the Past? Well, there were 3 full CGI shots.
Do you want to see inside my wallet, guys?
All right.
Guys, do you want to see inside my wallet? This inside and my cards are back there.
Yeah.
And also something back under my coupons right
All his
here.
money.
It's my church key under the coupon.
Yeah. You stole my church key. Okay. That gold. Oh, so Parzival Wrath is giving us more info about the seventh Infinity Stone. So when it comes in contact with the other Infinity Stone, the entity will be reborn. Okay. Now, enlighten me. Is the entity good or bad?
What are you putting in there, Mom?
Who should the Kenobi movie villain be? I don't know about the Kenobi movie. I'm going to be totally honest. I have not heard a great idea for a Kenobi movie, and so I'm skeptical.
So I'm
I
skeptical.
am not super. I am not super into the whole idea of him just being tranquilos in the desierto. You know, like I'm not him just self-reflecting the whole time. There's got to be conflict. I mean, drama is conflict, and so it's just I don't know. It's a tough one. Like, you know, I imagine Luke is going to have to be involved. You know, Vader's not going to be involved. You know, Darth Maul's not going to be involved because of what happened in Rebels. An unfortunate
But Dad,
event.
Darth Maul died, doesn't he?
Yeah, Obi-Wan kills him. So have you guys heard a good idea for? I haven't thought about it really, to be honest. But anybody else here a really good idea for a solo film
But
that's
I
actually
thought
gotten
he
me
just
pretty
got
excited?
hurt when he died.
Well, then Obi-Wan kills him later. Spoilers. Okay. All right. So.
But he kills him in the first one, doesn't he?
He chops him in half in the first one. So Joseph Sidoti says not hyped for Captain Marvel. Darth Thanos also says not hyped. Let's see here. Captain Marvel is a Wonder Woman wannabe, says Darth Thanos. Yeah, they're fairly similar. Fairly similar. I think Marvel is more powerful, if I recall. But we'll see. I mean, hey, we'll see. You know, there's no telling what Feige's going to change in these movies. I mean, he's changed a ton of all these characters in the film. So, Epic Blazin says Captain Marvel looks so weak. I'll pass. Well, I'm going to let you know what I think. You know, I am going into it blank slate. I'm excited. I wouldn't call myself super excited or super hyped though. Not even close. I mean, I'm not hyped like it would be an episode 9, for instance. I am hyped for episode 9, regardless of episode 8 or 7 or Solo. I'm hyped for it. So, okay. So Kimo Junitsin says, I want to talk about Captain Marvel so bad, but I don't want to spoil anything, so keep my mouth shut. Oh, so Kimo, you've seen it. You are one of the chosen ones, huh? You have seen it?
It's almost ready.
Let's see here. So JK Ultra says, I honestly think Shazam will do better box office wise, even though Captain Marvel is a way bigger movie in terms of the MCU. I definitely, whether it's going to be bigger than Captain Marvel or not, I don't know. It's
Mom,
legitimately
you
impossible.
said we can read these books from afternoon.
It's legitimately impossible to predict box office. I mean, people get paid millions of dollars to predict this and are wrong. But I think you're right that Shazam is going to be a hit. I think there's a lot of hype for it. It looks hilarious.
Yeah, can you read these?
No, not right now.
But we said I'm gonna send afternoon.
I think it's going to be a big hit. So Kimo Junson says, yes, I saw it today. They showed us up earlier in Finland. Well, Mr. FN2187 Finn boy, fine. Okay. Sweetie. Yeah. Sorry, guys. He's not happy. He does want Chipotle, apparently. He wants Chipotle. Alright, so guys, about 15 more minutes. Black Panther was good, but Best Picture nominee, really? No audio, I agree. I don't think it should have won this Best Picture for sure. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought Infinity War was better. I mean, to be honest, I mean, Black Panther was sweet. Ryan Coogler went to USC. I don't know him, but he graduated like a year or two before I did, which makes me jealous. Um, but and so a lot of my friends are friends with him. Um, but I felt like, for instance, Dark Knight for me is the pinnacle of superhero movies, and if that movie didn't win Best Picture, then no superhero movie almost should. But that's why they expanded the category from 5 to 10 nominees so that they can include films like Black Panther. So I'm happy that a superhero movie was nominated, although I don't think Black Panther was the greatest film of the year, and I don't think it's the greatest superhero film, although it's pretty dang good. Let's see here. My kids are real, man. Real. It's the way life is when you got kids. All right. Let's see here. Tragedy of Lord Kylo says, do you think switching directors during a trilogy is good? Should the story be set in stone and planned beforehand, since JJ will have to work off Ryan's ideas instead of his Force Awakens vision? Yeah, Ryan has definitely stated that he was given a blank slate and that he could do whatever he wanted, and JJ, now we'll have to go into that. I don't think it's a good idea. I'm really surprised if that's true. I would imagine he would have been given some sort of roadmap. But from what I've heard from, that most of us have heard that, for instance, Simon Pegg said that JJ definitely had somebody in mind for Ray's parents. And it was not, junk dealers or junk traders, drinkers. So I think they should have had a roadmap. If they didn't, I think that probably would have been a very bad idea. Because, it kind of retcon stuff. Ryan retcons some stuff from Force Awakens, and then JJ may just do the same thing. Okay. All right. Let's see here. JK Ultra asks, did you think Aquaman would make $1 billion? Because I didn't, but I love the movie. I did not think Aquaman was going to make $1 billion. No, that was a surprise for sure. But a welcome one. But I liked it too. I really liked it. I think it's the best DC film, to date. Besides Dark Knight, of course. I don't even count the Dark Knight trilogy because it's not, integrated with the DCU, EU right now. That's in a league of its own. All right. I think Sharad Het should be Sharad Het should be Kenobi villain. I think. Joseph, you're gonna have to enlighten me. I don't know who that is, which is saying something. If that's an existing character, I'm pretty worthless if I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. Enlighten me. Thomas K says, hi, Danny. Hey, what's up, man? All right, the entity, so Parsifal Wrath, back to our 7th Infinity Stone series with Parsifal Wrath. He says, the entity was neither good or bad because she was alive before the universe, and when she put her spirit in the 7th stone, she created the Big Bang. Woo! We're getting deep. We're getting deep. All right, 5 more minutes, guys. Let's see here. Then I can definitely see the quantum realm being involved in that. I mean, the idea of there's multiple theories in quantum physics of time and how time-space, is possibly different in alternate universes. Like, for instance, if we were to hop to a different universe, time may move in a different speed or may even go backwards in some universes. I'm kind of, digressing here. But I think maybe, if the quantum realm was somehow involved in defeating Thanos, or whatever it might be, then maybe that might be a way to integrate the time travel aspects into it. That'd be kind of cool. JK Ultra says, do you think they should make Ewan McGregor's face a CG mix with Alec Guinness if they make a Kenobi film? I'd say no. I'd say let's just roll with, Ewan McGregor, if assuming that he plays the character and, make him up, but by the time they make it, he's going to be almost the age. So at the rate they're going. Thomas K says, I really like the Vader fan film. Hey, thanks, Thomas. Now Audio observes that the original trilogy had different directors and it was good. Yeah, totally right. Good job reminding us. But the problem was they didn't know what they wanted to do. I assume you're talking about, it's in the sequel trilogy. He becomes Darth Krayt in Legends. Oh, okay, Joseph. Okay, cool. Possibly. Possibly. I like these live streams. Thanks, Gold Taco. Got something nubbin. My wife is taking care of the savages. Woo! That's hot. Welcome to Cooking with Spiffy Nerd Herder. On today's episode, we learn how to make sweet potato fries and chicken. All right. Sorry, guys. Ooh, hot. Wow. Why aren't you cooking Chipotle? I'm not that good. Okay. Thomas Case says, I really like the Vader fan film. I don't know if I lost that. You gotta say, Hux is hot. Hux is hot. Do more live streaming in the future, okay? Hey, thanks, Epic Plagian. I love live streaming. I like talking to you guys. Joseph Sidoti says, you're a legend. Hey. Thank you. I hope to be an alive legend for a long time. Typically people become legends when they die. And I hope not to be retconned or something by somebody. Say, yeah, Danny's legends now. He's no longer canon. I have been busy lately. Let's see here. The DJD show says, congrats on 4K in advance. Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost to 4,000 subscribers. Of which 18 of you are watching this. So we're doing great. All right, guys. So I'm gonna get off here, and but I'm gonna do another live stream about Captain Marvel probably on Saturday to talk about it because I know a lot of you guys will have seen it by then, so we can chat more about it. But check it out. You know me. I'm a big believer in seeing movies, both good and bad films, because I think I learn stuff from every single movie I watch. And to be honest, I don't think there's such thing as a movie that's all bad. Every movie has good... I shouldn't say that. Scratch that from the record. But most movies, even the ones that are not very good, have great parts in them, stuff that we can learn from. So I think it's worth it to watch a lot of films. There's very few films that I've ever just wanted to turn off. However, I did watch Dumb and Dumber 2 yesterday, and that movie stunk. I don't even get me started on that one. Okay, but thanks, guys. I will do an actual review of Captain Marvel, and then we'll do a live stream and talk about it in depth. So, thanks for tuning in today, guys. Love you. Thanks for always watching the videos. You make my heart sing. But in the meantime, stay spiffy, and you know the drill.